Howdy y'all, welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast Light Pack 3. We're down in the deep dark. I did make a portal. That was a lot of fun. Blew myself up twice. Finally broke down and did the stable ingot thing. Cost a lot of diamonds to get that done because I mean it takes, you only get a stable ingot out of that, and it takes 9 stable ingots to make a brick, and you need I think 4 of those to make the portal. So yeah, that took me a little bit, but after blowing myself up twice, the first time I swear I made it, and it still blew up. The second time I was not even close, and then so I was like, okay, screw that. I do know the Ender death chest works though, from Advanced Genetics. So we're down in the deep dark. There's been some changes. Number one is that mobs will spawn at any light level. You do need a magnum torch to keep them from spawning, so we do have one of those. The dark used to also hurt you, but if we go over here kind of into the darkness, I don't know if this is a bug or unintended, because if you look at the description when you put the portal together, under NEI, it says the darkness is alive and it should hurt you. So I should be taking damage right now, but I'm not. I don't know if it's the armor, because I am wearing the flux armor, but so we're going to go ahead and place our first quarry. So and I crashed. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I've got the turtle out. It's placing the ender markers down for us. Should be back shortly, unless of course he dies somewhere out there. But what we're going to do is we're going to be placing down our ender quarry, and we're going to put a silk touch upgrade on it. We're going to do a speed 1 upgrade. I do have a speed 2, but it completely wipes out the reactor, so I'm going to wait until we get a turbine going for that. And then this one I'm going to put a world hole upgrade, which should actually, instead of replacing this with dirt, it's going to actually dig a hole, kind of like the old quarries used to do. So we'll pick him up, and let's get our quarry. So the quarry goes right here, and if we click it, establish boundary. So we don't have tons of room, so we're going to put the world upgrade here, and then we're going to go and silk touch here. And let me see, we're going to put let's go ahead and put our ender chest on top. If I can get over here. So we got our ender chest, and then we're going to put the speed upgrade on the front. There we go. And now our power is going to go right there. So it should now be going. Let's see if we see anything coming in out of here. Alright, so it's starting to roll pretty quick. Let's see if we can, there we go. We'll take a potion. Doesn't help too much down here. There's still a certain distance. Well, that's a big old place. Now there used to be in the last pack, there was like these giant houses, maze style houses. I have not found one of those yet, but hopefully we can find one. So let's see if we can go out here and see where this thing is digging. Ooh, laggy. Well, those are weird. What are these? I know that's not from the quarry. Let's see if we can figure out where it's digging. Is this it? I think this is it right here. Yeah, see, this is where it's digging right here. It's actually pretty fast. That's just with the speed 1 upgrade. I imagine if we can do, when we get a turbine going. Oh, great. Why is he wearing a pumpkin? The mobs down here are a little tougher. They are not one-shot kills with even our good sword. Oh, I am taking damage. Okay. I guess it takes a little while. Ouch. Ow. Ow. Ooh, ow. Let's get back. Back to the light. Okay, so it just takes a little longer. It didn't used to take that long. Damn. Boy, it starts messing you up after a little bit. Shoot. Guess I could have just dropped a torch out there. So we're gonna let this dig a little bit and see what it does, what it comes across. The deep dark is there's some, like I said, some buildings down here that have chests and stuff in them. I don't know. I really never found but one in the last in the light pack 2. So, and there really wasn't anything very good in it. They were all kind of lame chests. So I don't know if they're even still out here or if they've improved them any. But we'll find out. Like I said, the mobs are a little bit tougher. So I'm going to do a little exploring off video and see if we can't find one of those while I'm waiting for this quarry to do its thing. So we'll be back in just a sec. A little time has passed, not too much, maybe 10 minutes, at least one night vision potion. I went and did a little exploring. Okay, the map is really weird here. It doesn't seem to show it, but I did a long trek out to the east. I guess it doesn't show because I'm in cave mode. Maybe if I go up higher. No, we went 9. But what I did kind of want to show is this is kind of the hole that it's made so far. Some stuff that I did not know is that there is lava here and there is water here. So I'm wondering if there will be caves and other such stuff, because I'm really not set up to receive obsidian, so I may have to go check on that. But the ores are supposed to be denser here, so hopefully we'll get a good yield off of this. It is moving along pretty quickly. You know, this is maybe, like I said, a little over a potion, so maybe 10 minutes. But let's see if it shows it over here now. Yeah, it looks like it's showing a little bit better on the mini map now. So I went out in a pretty long straight line to see if I saw anything, but I didn't realize I went that far. And I didn't see any of those buildings, so I'm not even sure if they're in here anymore. Maybe they took those out, which is unfortunate. I mean, there was something to explore. You know, they were like a little maze with spawners and stuff in them. Of course, I don't know if it's the mobs or if it's just the mod telling them to make the mobs in here just a little bit stronger. So I'm going to let this finish up, and then we'll be back and take a look at the damage it's done. Back in the overworld, I wanted to come up and see kind of what we're getting as far as ores. You know, I've run 3 of these quarries so far, and even though I have this overflow chest over here, it's never really kind of used it too much, just because there's not that many ores. But if we look in here right now, this is just from a very small section from the deep dark, or the underworld, I think is what it's called, deep dark, something like that. It is pretty good considering. That's 16 diamond ore already. 10. So yeah, look at all that iron, look at all that copper. This is really nice, the redstone ore. That's going to allow us to get the, what you call it here, cinnabar. And we need the cinnabar to pretty much get a guaranteed shiny ingot. So that's really nice that we're getting all that redstone, because that's going to help us out later when we want to make Enderium blocks or any Enderium at all. I think I don't even know if I have enough to make a turbine's worth, because it requires what, 8. Yeah, quite a few. Yeah, it's I don't even think we have enough to make that right now. It's a lot of Enderium that we need, so we need a lot of shiny ingots to make that. Just one block would be what, it makes 4, 9, so you're looking at 3 shiny ingots per block, basically, plus the other stuff. But the shiny ingots, of course, is the one thing that we just aren't able to mine or just make easily, since the magic crop recipe is screwed up. I'm thinking about just cheating one in, honestly. I mean, it's not like I can't make one. It's just the recipe is screwed up. There's a couple of them that require that crop instead of the essence or something like that. So it's until they fix that, you know, it's just broken. And the only way to get it in is to cheat it in. And like I said, it's not like I don't know that I could make it if I wanted to. So I just wanted to kind of show what we've got so far. I was thinking about just shutting off the processing for now and see in the end, but I think we're just going to let it run. And hopefully, another thing I probably want to do is I want to add a augment to this. I want to remove the redstone augment because I really don't need to be able to turn it on and off with the redstone signal. So what I can do is, like I've done for these two, is remove it. And this one I put speed in. But there's an augment that improves your chance of a secondary item. I think it's this one. Plus 10 secondary chance. Now if I upgrade this to the hardened or the resonant, then I can get a 45 secondary chance, and that means on ores that it grinds up, and I can send the ferrous. Actually, I'd have to put it in this one, wouldn't I? Yeah, well, if I upgrade it, it'll give me 3 extra slots, so I could probably do that. So I may do that. So we'll be back in just 1 second. Well, I just went to go check on the quarry's progress in the deep dark. It's maybe almost halfway done, I guess. I got a little nervous this was starting to fill up a little too much, so I went ahead and upgraded it to a diamond chest, give myself a little bit more room. Now there is a problem that I'm seeing with this quarry. If you look at the ores, what's missing? What's missing? We're missing ferrous ore, we're missing yellowite, we're missing uranium. A lot of the ores that we need, which is unfortunate. Now we are getting tons of redstone, a crap ton of iron, copper, tin, you know, all the basic stuff. But we're not getting anything from the other mods. Uranium, I guess, is Minechem. Yellowite, of course, is big reactors. I'm not really sure what ferrous. I think ferrous is from the same one as lead. I think it's also thermal foundation. So I'm not really sure why that's not showing up. But that does concern me a little bit. The uranium, not so much. I mean, I can grow them. I can grow the uranium essence. That will get me the fuel I need for the big reactors pretty much. It grows quick enough. But the ferrous metal, is that ferrous right there? Hold on. No, that's aluminum. See, I need the ferrous metal, or ferrous ore, because I did go and upgrade this to a resonant pulverizer, so I could add in the augment. Now I was only able to do this, the second one, level 2, because for the level 3 you need cryothium dust, which you need blizz powder for, and I have not been able to find a blizz just yet. I actually spent some time the other day out in the Arctic wasteland, packed ice plains, that sort of thing, big area, way to the, I guess, what is that, west of here, and didn't find one. And the only other way to make it is snowballs and niter, and it's a big pain in the butt. So eventually I'm gonna have to set up some sort of factory to make niter, because you can only get that from pulverizing sandstone. So we did that before. I mean, we've made a little factory for, we did that in the Light Pack 2. But it was a little disappointing to look in here and see that I'm not getting those ores, but I seem to be getting everything else. It's like the ones I really need, I don't get. But I'm going to let it run and see what happens with that. Again, we can make nickel ore. We have, which one makes nickel? Do I even have it here? Yeah, this. No, that's not it. I guess I don't have a thing for that over here. I do have a chest for it somewhere, but we can make the nickel ore, so we can kind of do it that way. We can make the uranium, but all these other ores, I mean, sure, we can always use a ton of iron, but we like all this lead, we don't need all that. The amount of lead we need is, I will never use all this ever in the life of the pack. It's just not that much. Diamonds never hurt, even though we can make those too. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna let it run. We have, my God, that's gonna be a lot of iron. This is gonna be running for a long time. just just to process all the stuff that's in there. So I'm gonna let it keep running. Hopefully, that's just it just hasn't spawned yet in this area. I don't know, but it seems like all the other ores we're getting, we should have had that by now. So I'm gonna let it finish up, and then we'll take a look and see if we actually got any. So we'll be back. Well, this thing was a lot faster than I wanted it to be. My pulverizer furnace were not keeping up with what was coming out of there. And so what I did is I upgraded both of these to resonant, and I added speed upgrades or augments to both of them. So they're chugging along. They're doing better. The only problem is with the speed upgrade on the quarry and the upgrades on this, I actually was not able to keep up with the power demand. So it was over 4,000 RF a tick with the quarry, and then given these the augments, I think bump it up uh, times 3 the energy. So that was no good. Kind of sucked. And then I am actually, I said earlier I wasn't getting ferrous ore. I am actually getting ferrous ore. I never set it up to process, so it's just going directly into this barrel over here. It's not being processed. Guessing the reason I did that is I want to be able to use the cinnabar with it to make sure that I get a shiny ingot out of it. So we are getting everything except for yellowite and uranium. The other two mods that put that out apparently don't spawn in the deep dark. So that's fine. I mean, we can take care of that. We can grow uranium. We've got plenty of yellowite right now. You know, we're over 7,000, and it's not dropping super fast at our current power usage. So I took the speed upgrade off of the quarry, so it is just running normal now. It's still, of course, got the silk touch on there, which I don't think affects the power drain. This one I added speed to the redstone furnace here, and this one I added speed. So they're chugging along pretty good, not super fast, but you know they're keeping up now. This chest actually was down in this area, filling up with ores, and without the speed upgrades, this just would not keep up with the speed upgrade that was on the quarry. So hopefully that's keeping up now. This one does not have a speed upgrade on it. You can see it runs a little bit slower, but I did add this one I only took up to reinforced, I think. Yeah, I only took this one up to reinforced. I didn't want to have it offline too long. And I really didn't need an extra spot with it, so two's fine. And it gives me a 25 secondary chance. Now, the only downside with these augments is you have to put in both of them. You can't just put in the highest level. You have to have. So for me to even do the third level, which is a 45% chance, I do have to go up to the resonant on this one also. No big deal. I mean, we can do that down the road. Right now, it's fine. I don't. Was there a power drain on these? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's a more of a power drain. So yeah, we may do that. We may go up to that 45% chance because we can always use as much cinnabar as we can possibly get. I mean, we're running a lot of redstone through here. It's cutting through it pretty fast now that I've gotten rid of the speed upgrade on the quarry. So that at least helps a little bit. But this thing is not even. I don't think it's even halfway yet, honestly. Going down there and looking at it, I really don't even think this thing is halfway to being done. At least not the last time I went down there. That load in. Let's just throw on our night vision. And we'll go down and take a look. So you can see, if you go straight out, this is where the other one is out that direction. So, well, I don't know. It's probably about halfway right now. If we fly over, you can see it's maybe halfway, maybe a hair over halfway. But it's much slower without the speed upgrades. But we're just not going to be able to do the speed upgrades and the speed upgrades to the processing equipment until we get more power. And my two options are to either one, just build a bigger reactor, get another 2,000, 4,000 RF a tick out of that, or we can just go ahead and we should have enough power, or the reactor should be sufficient enough to produce the 2,000 millibuckets of steam that we need to do one turbine. But I just need to get it all together. That's why I was growing the nether essence, so I could get a little bit more quartz without having to go and try to mine it. It takes forever in the nether. So we've got quite a bit of it. I probably have enough to make two of the sides, because the thing's going to be 9 by 9 by 14, so it's going to be a pretty sizable thing. We've also got to make that's just the blocks on the outside. That's not the, was that a squid that just jumped off of that thing? I guess squid spawn down here. This could be a good spot to make a kind of a ghetto squid spawner. Yeah, I mean, you're talking 9 by 9 by 14 on just the blocks on the outside. Then we're talking, we've got, what is it, 4 or 5, 6 or so the rods that hold the blades, and then there's going to be 80 blades, and then the Enderium block. So there's it takes a lot to build one of those things. So a lot of resources and all that has, because we don't have any sort of automatic recipe construction, like no ME system or anything like that. So we're going to be doing that all by hand, which we're going to do. We're going to get it done. Like I said, I've got pretty much half the blocks for the exterior built so far. I only have, what do we have? Probably 7 stacks of cyanite ready to go right now. I'll have to convert 2 bricks over to plutonium just for the controller. So we're only at we're almost at 8 stacks of cyanite. So our reactor is pretty efficient. So see, it's only dropped 1. So we'll get to it. I mean, it's probably gonna be a few episodes before I have enough stuff put together to do it, to build it up. But once we do, we should be able to run the quarry at least at 1 speed. I thought just the first level of speed upgrade, if we look at upgrades, it's only where's it at? This one. It's only a ×5 multiplier. I didn't think that last time it was draining all my power, but it does. That one eats up a big chunk of the power. That's why when I added the speed upgrades to both of these, that one would run on full, but the other one would drain. So we're just a hair shy of being able to. This one would, like if I put the speed upgrade in the pulverizer and then put one in here, the furnace in the pulverizer. The pulverizer would just really slowly drain down. It just was not getting enough power to keep it fully charged with the speed upgrade in it. So we do need to either go ahead and build a turbine. It's turbine. Build the turbine or upgrade the reactor. So I think we're just going to hold off on any further upgrades on the quarry or the processing stuff until we get that steam turbine running. But that's pretty good. I mean, this is a hell of a lot better results out of this 64 by 64 than we got out of 3 quarries that were running the overworld. So that's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of materials that we can use. I mean, honestly, I don't know if we're going to need to run another one for ores. I mean, the only thing we really need would be the redstone ores. And the only other way to get redstone ore is through Minechem, and it's not very efficient. It's not an efficient way to do it. So I don't think we'll be going that route. I've tried it, and it only makes like 3 ore, and it's a pain. So I don't, without setting it up to do it automatically, I don't think I'm going to mess with Minechem that way. I know there's mods out there that have devices that will just mine a certain ore. Those would be nice, but we're going to just stick with what we've got right now. I've actually removed some mods that I just wasn't using. There was a shelf one, and I went ahead and took out morph. I just took that one out. Torch tools I wasn't using. That one is actually very annoying. Every time I would open my chisel, if the chisel was like in the spot where the bow is here, and there was a block right here, if I was looking down at the ground, it would place that block. That's what torch tools does. Whatever block is next to a tool, when you click that, it'll place a block down. I don't know. That one I didn't dig too much. So there's a few more that I removed. Some of them actually come standard with the pack that I just pulled out. I figured I just wanted to try to work down its memory usage, so it loads up a little bit faster. So what is that? Dig stone. Looking at my launcher console, there's a error for a sound event of digging stone. I wonder if that's the quarry. Well, guys, that's going to be it. We got down into the deep dark. We're getting some really good stuff. We're going to have more than enough materials now to move forward, get a turbine going. We just need more cyanite. The only way really to get more is to make a really ridiculously inefficient reactor, and I'm just not going to do that. So we'll just wait. We're in no rush. We'll get there. Like I said, guys, we will get there. But we're going to... I have no idea right now what I'm going to do for the next episode. I guess it'll depend on kind of what I come up with or what I'm doing off video. I'm going to let this go ahead and finish up. I'm probably going to take some of this cinnabar and get us some shiny ingots and then calculate if I'm going to have enough to be able to make enough Enderium blocks to do the turbine. If not, we'll just use diamond blocks. We've got diamonds for us are very easy to get, so that might be something. I mean, we can always grow the diamonds. We have a crop going. I do have a shut off right now, but we could always grow that. And, we've got 762 in here right now. So, I mean, we can always go diamond. Diamond's a lot easier to get than the shiny ingots, for sure. Unless, like I said, let me know how you feel about me cheating in a platinum essence plant for magic crops. Like I said, the only reason that I can't do it, and if we look at platinum, I think is the name of it. The only reason I can't do it is if we look at platinum seeds, the recipe calls for these nickel crops. Okay, the old one used to be a nickel essence, which we can get. This new one right here, this is impossible to get. There's no way to get that. You can't silk touch it. I've tried shears, hoes, picks, doesn't matter. You cannot get that nickel crop unless you know a way to get that. Let me know how you feel about me cheating it in. Would you see that as a bad thing when it's it's something that I can easily make if it wasn't for a bad recipe? So let me know how you feel. I'm not going to do it until you kind of chime in on that one. So, guys, I appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to put a rating on there if you like the episode. Leave me a comment if you got any questions, even if you want to say hi. Just more kind of interaction we get, hey, man, better. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because that's really the best way to know when I do put out a video. I'm trying to put out at least one or two a week when I get some time. But guys, that's going to be it. I appreciate you coming by, and until next time, I will see y'all later.